In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to decorate your home cohesively for Christmas with beautiful Christmas DIYs and decorating ideas. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in today's video I'm going to share with you how you can decorate your home for Christmas with a cohesive theme using beautiful Christmas decorating ideas and DIYs. I'm going to share with you beautiful DIYs for your front door, your Christmas tree, a beautiful mantle, and a beautiful lantern that I really think you're going to enjoy. As you guys know, a few weeks ago I made my trip to market to see some of the Christmas trends for 2023, and let me tell you, blue and white was all over market. It is a Christmas trend that is taking over the market. So in this video, I thought I'd share with you a compilation of all of the blue and white Christmas decorating ideas and DIYs to inspire you to create a beautiful Christmas theme in your home that is going to be cohesive and absolutely gorgeous. So if you are interested in how to create beautiful Christmas DIYs and how to decorate your home in a cohesive look, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends because it is free and it really helps this channel. And if you are already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on because you will not want to miss this Christmas season 2023. You guys, there's going to be so many beautiful DIYs and Christmas decorating ideas to inspire you to create some beauty in your home. And then also remember that the holiday season, we're going to be doing 2 videos a week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to inspire you to have the most beautiful Christmas season yet. Are you guys ready? We're gonna start with a beautiful swag for your front door that I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's watch. Okay, so I just want to give you a close-up real quick of this swag. This is the one that we did live on Facebook. We do lives on Facebook every Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys don't follow me on Facebook, the links are down below. But look how gorgeous this is. This matches the tree perfectly, and this is going to match our swag. And I cannot wait for you guys to see how gorgeous this is going to be. I'm always telling you that to make the first statement, you have to start at the door. And that beautiful swag was actually one of our DIY Christmas decoration ideas that we did live on my Facebook page. We've been doing some lives over on Facebook. So if you don't follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I'm going to link the links down below so you guys can come and follow. But to be honest, the start of the show every Christmas is the Christmas tree. And so now that we have set our theme or our color scheme, we're going to continue with our Christmas tree. And I do want to mention real quick that if this is not your color scheme for the holiday season, you can just change the colors and the items to the things that you're using, but the steps are the same. So pay attention to the steps and you too can create a gorgeous Christmas tree DIY for your Christmas decorating this year. Let's take a look. And for that, I have a box of flocked picks right here, and I'm gonna get them out right here, and I'm gonna start moving up. So basically what you wanna do is give him a curvature right here, and then you insert and then you fold one of the tips of the tree up so it'll stay in shape. And you wanna follow the shape of the tree. You guys see that this is longer, then it gradually gets smaller as it goes up. And then also you want to go ahead and go all the way around. If your tree is going to be seen on the back, then I recommend you go all the way to the back. But because this tree literally sits flat against the wall, then there is no need to really design the back of it. But if your tree is going to be in your home, in a place where, well, it's gonna be seen, it's like you wouldn't just brush your hair on the front, you would also brush it on the back, right? Well, you wanna do the same with your Christmas tree. You wanna make sure that it's done all the way around. And as you guys can see, this is really changing the look of the tree. I'm gonna continue to go up. As you go up, just make sure that you insert going up so they fly away. I'm gonna do one right here. I'm gonna grab them all. I'm gonna come back over on this side like this. Then once I get to the top, if you guys can see, I'm gonna do some just standing up like this. So they fly up. And then I feel like I need another one right here. So those are all the flat cedars that I have. Then I'm going to add some of these bushes. And this is also another type of cedar. And I'm gonna add this in more prominent spaces to really cover some of that tree. As you guys can see, it's changing the look of this tree. And we're going from having a green tree to having more of a flock tree or a snow tree. And this is something that you might want to do if you don't want to spend a lot of money, because I'm always telling you guys to collect this type of pick, because not only you can use it on your wreaths and on your swags, but then look, you can change the look of your tree by adding some of these picks right here. And the reason why I wanted to add some flocking is because the navy blue that we're using, it's more of a darker hue. So therefore it's going to show better in this particular type of treatment. All right, so now that we have our cedars and our tree flocked, I'm gonna get the ribbons ready and I'll be right back with you. You will not want to miss this one. Now, if you cannot afford beautiful ribbons, I really do recommend to invest in them. Think about the themes that you're going to be doing in the future and invest in the ribbons. That is the one thing that if you invest on, it really elevate the look of your tree. All right, so you guys know that I like to drop them on the floor, and then also that I like to have all of my tools at the ready. So I'm gonna get some of these wires out so that way I'm not battling them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dovetail my top, of course. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start right here at the top. And as you guys can see, there's some of this greenery. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a beautiful loop right here. And I have a video, this is gonna be real quick, but I have a video, I just posted a video on how to add ribbon to your Christmas tree that I'm going to be linking up right here, right now, and then also in the description box below. So you guys can check it out if you wanna see a whole tutorial on how to add ribbon. But look, this is what I'm telling you guys. Look how beautiful this shape, just like this. Isn't that just stunning? So then what you wanna do is you grab your 16 gauge wire and just go all the way back like this, pull really tight, and then give it a few twists. I'm gonna go over to this side, and I'm gonna add this guy right here. I'm gonna grab this bristle, and I'm gonna go all the way down on it, and then I'm gonna just give it a twist. And then remember, I really recommend a 4-inch, I think it's a 3.5 inch to a 4-inch wide, because the wider the tree, if you put like smaller ribbons, they really don't show. Those smaller ribbons, they should be just an accent for your Christmas tree. But if you add a 4-inch ribbon like this one, and then you do a big loop like this, you want to make sure that it goes all the way out and then attach right here. And look how that just shows so much better. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another loop right here. So I'm going to grab my ribbon and I'm going to do another little loop. Then I'm gonna grab one of these bristles and I'm just gonna attach it right here. And look what that does. It just creates that extra loop right here. So now what I can do is I'm gonna do yet another loop right here. And I'm gonna go all the way in. And this is the way that your ribbon's going to really not get lost in your Christmas tree. And I'm not gonna use a lot of this darker one because I really don't wanna darken the tree. I wanna keep it lighter. So I'm just gonna do one tail right there. Then I'm gonna move over to the other side. Let me dovetail, because if I don't dovetail my ribbons, I know you guys will come in. You guys will come after me. All right, so now I'm gonna move over to this side. Remember, this loop should be about probably like 5 to 6 inches. Then go down, pinch, twist, go up, twist, and then twist. And we're gonna do one more right here. Oh my gosh, this ribbon is just absolutely exquisite. Look at this. So pretty. You know, one day I'm gonna have my own Ramon at home ribbons, and I have so many ideas of what ribbons, especially for fall and for Christmas, should look like. So I'm speaking it into existence. All right, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go all the way down, and then I'm gonna attach. And look at this. You basically just created your topper. No need for a topper now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come right here in the middle. And what I like about this ribbon is because you can really manipulate this ribbon. Look at that. So basically, we just twist right here. Then I'm gonna do another loop, another little loop right here. Okay, so the next step is going to be to add a few of these flocked hydrangeas and some picks in that beautiful blue color. So I have 5 of these hydrangeas, so I want to find prominent spots like right here, and I'm going to push them in as far as I can. So that's going to help us fill in some of those green voids like right here. And remember, we always go back and fluff our ribbons. So make sure that you add your hydrangeas in the spots where there is more greenery, like that. And then I'm gonna move over to right here, maybe, like that. And I'm going to go right here behind this ribbon. You wanna go in and out. This is just a filler, but it's also going to give it some texture to your Christmas tree. So then the next thing I want to add is some of these beautiful glitter picks. And oh my gosh, when I said I'm obsessed with this, you guys, I know I'm obsessed with anything that has glitter in it. But look at this. Isn't that just easy to be obsessed with? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some right by where I added the hydrangeas. And I'm just going to let them fly out like that. Every place where I put a hydrangea, I'm going to put a pick like this. Look at that. It just extends the shape of the tree. It gives it some color. And I just absolutely love it. So I'm gonna add this guy right here. And make sure you add them sideways, as you guys can see, because that will help it to give dimension to your tree. Instead of putting it flat like this, just go ahead and give it a twist, because that will help it also catch the light. All right, so I'm gonna add one right here on the top, like this. Okay, everyone, let's recap real quick. So far we've added all of these flocking items to the tree to make it look more like a snow tree. Then we added 2 types of ribbon. I added this beautiful blue and white ornament, and then this navy with silver polka dot. After that, I added a few hydrangeas. I have 5 hydrangeas right here on the tree, and 5 of these beautiful navy picks with glitter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the ornaments, and for that I have clustered some of these really gorgeous blue and white, or actually blue and silver, and a silver one, and I have some glitter ones, and then I have some shiny ones. So I'm gonna show you that by adding them on this wire right here already, what you can do is go in here and grab one of these stems and basically just twist that wire into that bristle, and look at that. It's gonna give you a little cluster of ornaments. I'm gonna add a few, and you wanna make sure that you go in between the cedars, like right here, open them up and then go in and attach them. The reason why is you want this cedar to serve as your flyaway. So you want to see them tucked in. You don't want to see them like hanging out. So I'm going to add another one right here, and I'm going to go in like this. Make sure that I grab one of these bristles, and you see, by adding just one cluster automatically gives you 2 ornaments. I'm going to add one to the top over here to make sure that it's all throughout the tree. So I'm gonna grab this bristle. Sorry if I give you my back, but I kind of have to see what I'm doing. Look at that. So now you have that blue ornament all throughout. And so now I've gathered some just silver ones by themselves and to fill in. So I'm going to go in here and twist with my wire. And I'm gonna add one right here. I have this beautiful silver with white. I want this to be more of a showpiece, so I'm gonna add some of them out. Let me see, I'm gonna add one right here so you can really see it. Oh, right here. And as you continue to add ornaments, make sure that you kind of cluster them together, so that way they're seen from all over the place. I'm gonna add one right here by this hydrangea. And don't forget to take it all the way to the top. I have 4, this came in a box of 4. So I'm gonna add one right here to the top. So I'm gonna grab this right here and just give it a twist. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? All of these silver and blue and white together. I'm gonna add one right here. And then I have some of these clear ones with glitter in the middle. These are also a statement piece, so I'm gonna make sure that I find a place where you can actually see them, like right here. I'm gonna grab this wire and just hang it like this. Look at that, because they don't weigh basically anything, that is just so easy to attach to your tree. So basically just swirl that wire once. Let me see, where else do I need? I'm gonna put one right here, hanging from right here. So grab your bristle and just give it one swirl to the left. That way when you take them down, you know that you just swirl one to the right, and then it'll basically be it. All right, so those are the ornaments. We had some clusters of silver and blue, and then some white and silver and some clear ones to make it look more elegant. So the next item is going to be the statement pieces. Let me get them all ready and I'll be right back. Keep watching. If you've been watching Ramon at home for quite any time, then you know that my thing is the flyaways. Whether I'm making a fresh floral arrangement, a wreath, a swag, or a Christmas tree, you always have to have an item like this that is a flyaway that is going to give that three-dimensional look to your Christmas tree. In this case, I found this gorgeous glitter boxwood pick. It is rather long, but right here where the glitter stops, that's basically all you have to insert into the tree. I don't know if you guys knew that, but where the glitter starts, that's where your showpiece is. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna find places like right here, and I'm gonna add it right there, and look, it just extends the shape. It gives it that three-dimensional feel to your Christmas tree, and it just gives it a very elegant look. So I'm going to add one right here, right by this magnolia, and look at that. It makes everything else just look so 3D. Your eye travels all the way in. I'm gonna add one right here because you have to let your eye dictate where is it that the flyaways want to live in order to make that three-dimensional feel. And so now what happens on the left is gonna happen on the right. I have about half a dozen of these that I'm going to add to the tree. So I'm gonna add this one right here. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so pretty and so glittery. So I'm gonna add one right here. Let's see. And remember, we always go back at the end and fluff those ribbons. You don't wanna have pancake ribbon or flat ribbon. We're gonna add one to the bottom. Make sure that it spills down and forward like this. If it doesn't wanna stay, just grab your stem and then look, push it up and it'll stay right there. Let's see, where else do we need one? Over on this side. All right, so I just want to give you a quick close-up of all of the items that we added to this gorgeous blue and white and silver tree, starting with this ribbon, you guys. Check out the detail of the ornaments with the snowflakes, the little magnolia that has jewels inside of it. It's just so beautiful. And here is a close-up of those blue or navy poinsettias. All of the glitter on the boxwood and all of the other picks is just absolutely exquisite. And I want to also show you over here the blue and white ornament, or the blue and silver in this case. Is just so beautiful, and I love the way this turned out because it really changed the look of that really inexpensive Christmas tree that was behind it. I cannot wait to read your comments. So what do you think? Wasn't that Christmas tree just absolutely gorgeous? And let me tell you, if these are not your colors, no problem. All you have to do is follow the technique, which is what I'm trying to teach you, and you too can create an absolutely gorgeous Christmas tree this year, which leads me into the question of the day. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what is your theme or your color scheme for this Christmas decorating this holiday season. I cannot wait to read your comments. But now I'm gonna move on to our next Christmas DIY, and that's going to be a super easy but very stunning lantern for your home decorating this Christmas. Let's watch. All right, you guys, so the very first thing I did for this lantern is I went ahead and covered the bottom of my Kindle stick with silver ornaments, just to cover all of it. And I put a little bit of moss because I like it to be a little bit of texture in there. So now I'm going to close it. We're gonna put a candle in there in a minute and I'll show you, but I'm gonna put that to the side. So now what we're going to do is I'm gonna do a swag. And to do that swag, I'm gonna start with a cute little bow, and it's going to be very, very simple. I think you're really going to enjoy this one because it is so simple to make. So basically we're gonna grab a little bit of this ribbon that match the tree, And I really loved reading your comments on this particular tree. I had so much fun putting it together, and I just am so glad that you guys loved it. So many positive comments. All right, so now I'm gonna grab a little bit of this as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little loop like this. And then I'm gonna pinch really, really hard. And I'm gonna leave a longer tail. So we're done with this guy. Then I'm gonna introduce this one right here. And I'm gonna do about a little shorter of a tail. Then I'm gonna pinch like this. And I'm going to do yet another loop about the same size. And the best way to know is like you pull up, so then you fold and you gather like this. And I'm also gonna do a shorter tail right here, and I'll dovetail in a minute. I'm gonna put this to the side. Now I'm gonna grab a wire. You guys know I always like to have pre-cut wire right next to me because, well, you never know when you're gonna need it. And so I'm gonna push really tight, and I'm going to twist twice. And so we have a very simple bow. Make sure you dovetail these ribbons, because if you know, if I'm at your house and they're not dovetailed, I will ask you for a pair of scissors and I will do it for you. All right, so I'm going to dovetail. Are you guys enjoying this season? I had so much fun so far, and we still have so many videos and ideas coming your way that I cannot wait to share with you. So stay tuned for the rest. We're just getting started basically, so I cannot wait to share with you. I'm gonna put this to the side. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a cute little swag. And for that, I have some of the elements that I used on the tree. I'm first gonna use one of these swags. I'm gonna give this a curvature like this so I can attach it. Then I'm gonna bring this one right here to hang, and I just love the way this looks. It is very dramatic. If you know me, you know I like drama, but only the one in the decor. I'm not a drama person. I used to watch The Real Housewives for the drama, and I just kind of got old as I got older. I just don't like drama because life is just too beautiful to live it full of drama. All right, so I'm gonna do this right here. Notice that I put it sideways, it's not flat, so that way there is some texture between picks. Now I'm gonna add this poinsettia right here. And so I'm gonna dovetail all of this together, or not dovetail, but I'm gonna attach with this, I said dovetail because I just looked at the ribbon, and in my brain I was like, oh, make sure they're dovetail, but I did make sure that they were dovetail. I talked about it. All right, so I'm going to zip tie this all together like this. Then I'm gonna grab my cutters. I'm gonna cut that excess. And so now I'm gonna bring this cute little simple bow, and I'm going to attach right here like this. And then I'm just gonna give it a twist. And then I have these two ornaments. They're clustered together, and I just need two. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put them right here in the middle where the bow is. That is just the easiest way is to just attach these wires together like this, because you want to use these wires to attach to the lantern. But before we attach to the lantern, what I need to do is make sure that they are fluffed, coiffed, and ready. See how simple that was? And now you have your ribbons right here. We'll fluff in a second. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to my lantern. Sorry if I disappear right here. And I'm gonna give it a fluff. I'm gonna put a candle in there and I'll show you what it looks like. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so this is the way that it looks like. As you guys can see, it matches perfectly with the Christmas tree, and I love it. I put a real candle in there because it is a perfect way to diffuse your candles this holiday season, and they look absolutely adorable and they serve a purpose. I had so much fun sharing with you guys these 5 decorating ideas for your lanterns inside and outside, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. So be sure to give me a comment down below. Let me know what do you think and which one is your favorite, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share with a friend on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on message, on WhatsApp, any way that you want to share it so they know what we're doing here at Ramon at Home. If you've been following the channel for any amount of time, you know that one of my decorating tools is the lantern, and I really hope that you learn a few steps on how you can create a beautiful Christmas DIY lantern for your home decorating this Christmas season. But now we're gonna move on to our last Christmas DIY, and this is also something that I want you to follow the steps for you to create the most gorgeous mantle swag that you will ever make. Let's watch. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some ribbons. And for that, I'm going to do the blue one that I did on the tree. And I just went ahead and did a bow. If you guys haven't seen the Christmas tree where I show you how to do all of these bows, I'm gonna link it up on the icon right now. It's going to match this theme and it's going to be gorgeous. So what I want you to do is do a 3-loop bow. And so I'm going to go this way, but since there's going to be an element right here, I don't wanna take away from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start the bow actually right here. And remember to push all the way down so it looks like it's growing from the garland. And then we're gonna start doing some loops right here. And just grabbing your garland, you're going to go ahead and just twist them. And that's going to secure the garland right there. You want it to be just barely touching the garland right here. So I'm gonna do another one over here. And I'm going to pull up a little bit. And then I'm going to grab my bow, my ribbon, and I'm gonna go up on this side right here, and I'm going to cross my ribbons. And this one right here, since I only have a tail, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna just let it hang out like this, and you want to make sure that you see that dovetail right there. All right, so that is piece number 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach another bow going down this way, but I feel like that is a big bow for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna attach right here, and remember, go all the way down. So see how it looks like it's coming out of the garland right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a big loop like this. Just go in the middle of this garland right here, like that, and then just go ahead and do yet another loop right here, all the way down. This is super simple, but creating these bigger loops really do show your garland better. It creates more of a statement, and you'll see when we're all done with it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the blue and white ribbon, and for this I did a 2-loop bow. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do one right here where the first swag went in, go all the way in. So now this bow looks like it's growing from this ribbon. And so you're starting to do the blue and white. So we're gonna do one loop right here. We're gonna go all the way in. Remember, there's going to be some other elements. So you wanna make sure that your loop is kind of loopy, so that way you don't lose the bow when you are creating your garland. And then for this one, I'm gonna go up. So I'm gonna go over this way, and I'm gonna pinch. I'm gonna take it all the way down and just cross it. Then we fluff this ribbon. And then I'm gonna do this guy just hanging out like this, just like the other one. Making sure that that dovetail looks like it's cut on the wind, like this. All right, so now I'm gonna do is I'm going to do another bow on the blue and white, but I wanna make sure that it comes out of over here so it starts to continue to create a story. Just go ahead and do that. And remember, we always wanna go ahead and fluff the bows at the end, because that way it'll allow you to create something without having to worry about how perfect it looks, and it just allows you to play with it more. So far I like the way this looks. The blue and white really shows. I'm gonna save some of the ribbon for later on, but so the next thing I'm gonna add is going to be our picks, and I'm gonna do this flat cedar, and I'm gonna start right here in my main corner, which is going to be right here. So I'm going to start fluffing off this garland and making it look way thicker than it actually is. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and insert your pick like this, and then with one of those bristles just go ahead and attach it. It all stay in place, as you guys can see. Okay, now I'm going to continue over this one. You want to make sure that it looks like it's coming out of the bow, and see how these two just create depth and dimension. So I'm going to add another one over here and just attaching with one of my bristles, twisting it in. That's gonna make sure that it stays right there. Now remember that what goes down must come up. So you do go one down, and then you want to come up, going up like this, to create that thickness of the garland, so it looks like it's actually growing from the garland and it looks intentional. Versus like when you don't do that, it's just gonna look like it didn't belong and you added there. But if you do it one up, one down, one up, one down, it looks like it came with a garland, like if you bought the garland that way. So now I'm gonna do one right here. If you don't follow me on Instagram, this is a time to do it, because I've been showing you there some shopping hauls, and I've been taking you guys shopping with me. And the links to my social medias are going to be linked down below in the comment section, so you can follow me over there. See how beautiful this looks? It didn't really need much. I'm gonna add one right here to finish it off. It's just about having fun. The one thing that I want you guys to do when decorating is have fun, enjoy it. Because this season is about enjoying the time with your family and enjoying the decorating and the food and the visits. And I really want you guys to be able to do that while you are decorating. Get the family ready, get their input, get your husbands involved, your children involved. How gorgeous is this garland, you guys? This is just absolutely exquisite. I'm gonna add one right here at the end to finish it off. You always wanna end your garlands with one of your elements, so that way it looks like it just came like that. This looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna get a few more elements and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. For this next step, we're gonna go ahead and add the hydrangea as well as the ornament. So I'm gonna start with my hydrangea. I'm gonna add one right here on the top, and remember to always let it go through the garland so it stays where you wanted it to stay. And this is something that you just have to kind of finesse like this. And I do want them to show, so I'm gonna add one right here. I'm gonna add one, I'm gonna give it a curvature like this so it goes through the garland. So I'm gonna add one right here. And you can go ahead and secure those with your bristles if you like. I'm gonna add one right here going up. And I'm gonna grab one of the bristles and just twist it right here. And there's gonna be some ornaments as well, so it's gonna kind of cover. So we have 3. I'm gonna add one right here on the corner, and I think that's all we're going to need. So we're not gonna use all 5 of them, but I just want to have a little bit of that element all throughout the garland. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the clusters of ornaments in the blue and silver. So I'm gonna add one right here by the bow. And I'm gonna grab this bristle and I'm gonna push all the way in like this. Then I'm gonna go here by this hydrangea, and I'm gonna fill in this gap right here. Look how pretty that looks. I have a few more, so I'm going to grab, let's see, I'm gonna add one right here, making sure that I push all the way in. That is the secret, you guys. You have to push all the way in so it looks intentional. I'm never gonna get tired of telling you that if you want it to look like it's growing from the garland, that you must do that step. I'm gonna add this one right here. Like this. Look at that, how pretty. So now what I have is some singles, and I wanna mention that, you know, I always tell you to go to the dollar store and buy your mechanics, and how appropriate these little baskets that were only $1, and they're perfect to organize your job. If you're out doing a job or if you're doing it at your house, just get yourself a whole bunch of them. I got like 10 of them, because that way I can have all of my ornaments organized, and they're only $1. So they're perfect for that. Right, so now I'm gonna grab this silver ornament and I'm gonna go over here. Just give it a twist. And I'm gonna add one right here, but I think I wanna add one of these clear ones. And I just love the way these ones catch the light, so they're perfect for that. Okay, here's another tip. When you have glitter picks like this that shed a lot of glitter, I really recommend to grab the top of a, this is a container box cover. So I went ahead and flipped it off because it has this ledge right here, so it catches all the glitter. That way there's not glitter everywhere, and you can carry them just like that. So I'm gonna start with the laurel ones, and I'm gonna start up here on the top, right by this hydrangea. I'm gonna add one like that. And then I'm going to add one here coming off of it. So we want to make sure that there's a point right here where everything radiates from. That's going to be kind of like your focal point. So you want to make sure that you add plenty of this. And then I'm going to go here with this one right here. And we're going to make sure that this continues to go this way. So we're going to add one right here. And now I'm gonna add the boxwood ones. So I'm gonna start right here. And look how pretty those are. They just fill in so beautifully. I'm gonna add one coming down, like that. And I'm going to let my eye dictate where do I need to go with this. So I'm gonna put one coming out of these bowls right here. And I'm gonna save a few for the end because now we have this beautiful navy poinsettias, and I also like to put them in a container like this so it is easier for me to grab. So these ones are the large ones, so I want to use the large ones on a focal point. So I'm going to add this guy right here, and look how beautiful that looks. It just created a statement. So now I'm going to grab one of the little ones and I'm going to add one right here. So these two are kind of like my focal points. You can go ahead and twist one of your bristles. Now I'm going to add this one. Make sure that you open your poinsettias and play with every single element. I'm gonna add this guy right here. And I'm gonna continue going this way until I reach the other point. So now I have a large one right here. I'm gonna add it right here by the bow. And we'll fluff all of the bows at the end. We can bring those tails out. And I have another large poinsettia that I'm going to add right here. You wanna make sure that you add them where there is bigger gaps. Like this, you want to make sure that you see your ribbons. And I'm going to add this other one over on this side going up. Sometimes you just have to wiggle them in, but once you have to wiggle them in, then you're for sure they're not going anywhere because they're pretty tight in there. We're going to make sure that our ribbons are tight. Now what I want to do is I want to bring back my ornaments that I had left, and I have them right here. So now I'm going to look for spots where I can put ornaments, where like right here. This will look really pretty right here. And these are made out of styrofoam, so they're really weightless. They just help to fill in. I'm gonna add this one right here. Just twisting one wire. And I have a few more of these really beautiful ones that catch the light. So I'm gonna add this one right here. Look how pretty, just create a cluster right here. And those are what you're trying to do, is like to create clusters of ornaments. Let's see, I think I'm gonna add this one right here. Perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna bring my bigger elements and I think you're gonna enjoy it. Keep watching. Okay, so now that we have our statement piece elements right here, which I have to mention, they came from Shinoda Design Center. These beautiful mercury glass candles, sticks, and also the reindeer right here, they're all from Shinoda. And I'm gonna leave their phone number down below in case that you are interested. Remember, they do keep and carry home decor as well as all of the items that you saw. So I'm gonna add the last few boxwoods that I have. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that they come from the bottom. Remember, you have to make sure that it looks like it's all the way around. I'm gonna add one right here to make it look three-dimensional. And look how just by adding this pick right here, let me make sure that I can go through like that. Then I wanna add another one right here because it looks like there is a gap. And I just love the way that gives it that dimension to the garland. I'm gonna add one right here. Look at that, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And I'm gonna add one probably right here. And that's all I have. So that's all I'm going to add. So now I'm gonna just give it the ribbons a little fluff. And I hope you guys like it. Well, I had so much fun sharing with you guys this compilation of blue and white Christmas decorating ideas and DIYs and talking to you about having a cohesive look this Christmas. Let me tell you, all you have to do is go from the front door all the way to the back window using the same materials, and you too can have a beautifully decorated home this holiday season and that is going to look very cohesive. I promise you, your guests and your family are going to be dazzled. And speaking about dazzling, you guys will not want to miss any of the home decorating ideas and DIYs for Christmas we have coming your way. I'm so excited I cannot even talk because there is going to be so many DIYs for Christmas this year and themes, you guys. I cannot wait for you to see all the themes that we'll be doing this year for the holiday season. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up because that really helps the channel. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and as always, you can watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye.